All human life begins with a fertilized egg that quickly becomes a growing bundle of cells. These cells are undifferentiated. They do not yet have a specific role in the body and can develop into specialized cells to be used where needed. Cells that have this unique ability are referred to as stem cells. Stem cells are cells that have the remarkable ability to eventually develop into numerous types of cells. As stem cells divide, they either remain as a stem cell or develop further into more specialized cells. These cells have the ability to develop into heart cells or brain cells, for example. Stem cells are unique because their future is undetermined. They can become almost any type of cell in the body. Stem cells can be used to repair some types of tissue that has been damaged or diseased. In the figure you see the process of stem cell replication. In this example, the stem cells are located in the bone marrow. Stem cells have the ability to replicate themselves numerous times. Special stem cells in the bone marrow replicate and have the ability to become a number of specialized cells in the blood. This process happens all the time in your body when there is an injury or cells simply get worn out. After replicating, the newly specialized blood cell enters the bloodstream. Regenerative or reparative medicine is the branch of medicine that explores potential treatments using stem cells. Much of the research in this field is still in the experimental stages, but success has been seen in many areas. Researchers hope to continue to use stem cells to explore treatment options for debilitating diseases like Huntington's disease and offer treatment options for diseases such as cancer. However, the use of stem cells in research is clouded by ethical issues and social opposition to their use. There are three very different types of stem cells: embryonic stem cells, somatic adult stem cells, and the newly discovered induced pluripotent stem cells, ISPCs. Let's take a look at the three types of stem cells in detail and discuss some research currently underway using each type of cell. Embryonic stem cells are pluripotent stem cells derived from very early-stage human embryos. They are harvested from fertilized eggs created by in vitro fertilization that were unused. These unique stem cells have the ability to replicate themselves many times before becoming a specialized cell. Embryonic stem cells are able to differentiate into several types of cells and tissues. These cells show the most promise in stem cell research, and they are the stem cell of choice in medical research. However, ethical concerns and public resistance has significantly hampered much of the research in the field. Picture A on top shows a human embryonic stem cell. Picture B is a neuron derived from a human embryonic stem cell. Embryonic stem cell research shows some tremendous potential in treating a number of diseases, including Parkinson's disease, diabetes, Huntington's disease, and arthritis. In addition, some success has been seen in individuals with spinal cord injuries. By using embryonic stem cells, some patients have been able to regenerate some of their spinal cord cells. Currently, spinal cord treatment is the only medicinal application of embryonic stem cells approved by the Food and Drug Administration. The potential for success is tremendous using embryonic stem cells. However, there are ethical concerns that significantly impact research in this field. Many people oppose the use of embryonic stem cells because they are harvested from human embryos. On March 9, 2009, President Barack Obama issued an executive order lifting the ban on performing research on embryonic stem cells. This opened up many opportunities for researchers, though the use of these cells is still limited. Somatic adult stem cells are stem cells found within organs and tissues. These are stem cells that remain undifferentiated until they are needed, which usually occurs if a cell is injured or needs replaced. Somatic stem cells are present in a number of different locations in the human body, including the heart, brain, liver, blood vessels, ovaries, and testes. Research is actively trying to find medicinal uses for somatic stem cells, but embryonic stem cells yield much better laboratory results because they can differentiate more effectively. Somatic stem cell research has been ongoing for over 40 years, although the use of somatic stem cells in research is much more limited than using embryonic stem cells. Somatic stem cells are currently being used for bone marrow transplants, and medical research using these cells is ongoing. The use of somatic stem cells in research does not carry the ethical issues that the use of embryonic stem cells carries because they are harvested from adults. Induced pluripotent stem cells, also known as iPS cells, are the most recently discovered type of stem cell. Induced pluripotent stem cells are somatic stem cells that have been genetically altered to behave more like embryonic stem cells. They regain the ability to replicate repeatedly and differentiate more effectively than somatic stem cells. Research involving induced pluripotent stem cells is still fairly new, but shows some real potential. Researchers are using these cells to create models of disease and show real potential for transplants. The use of induced pluripotent stem cells alleviates much of the ethical pressure felt by stem cell researchers. In general, people are more willing to accept research using this type of cell than an embryonic stem cell. In review, there is little doubt that the use of stem cells in research shows tremendous potential for curing some of the most debilitating diseases and injuries known to man. Progress has been made with diseases such as Parkinson's disease and Huntington's disease using stem cells. Embryonic stem cells show the most promise, but this use comes at an ethical price. Many people oppose the use of embryonic stem cells because they are obtained from embryos. Progress with the use of induced pluripotent stem cells may provide researchers with an acceptable alternative. Regardless, the issue will probably remain under scrutiny for years to come. Take a moment to explore this figure to review the potential uses for stem cell research.